Language and culture reflect and shape each other. Arabic is no different, yet it has several specific characteristics and unique functions. In the case of Arabic, it's important to note that cultural transition from orality to written culture. This significant shift resulted in the importance, even reverence, of the written word, alongside the resilience of features of orality. Other important cultural layers of Arabic are its aesthetic and audio functions. Pre-Islamic Arabic was used in an oral context. Cultural assets were memorized by heart and narrated orally. Remembering the Quran by heart was a sign of high learning and piety. During the 8th and 9th century, Arab Islamic culture gravitated to writing. Putting cultural assets in writing became the norm and practice. This cultural shift gave rise to arts of bookmaking, from scribal expertise and calligraphy to preparing the materials and equipment needed to construct the physical objects of manuscripts. However, oral recitations continued to play an important role in the Islamic Middle East. Poetry recitations in elite garden parties, the development of melodic styles of reciting the Quran, the 5 daily evocative calls to prayer are some of the occasions in which Arabic was listened to and admired. All these practices created a deep consciousness and high appreciation to the sounds of Arabic language. Words, whether spoken or written, were believed to have value that transcends their textual meaning. This strong and common belief was at the basis of the so popular practice of amulets and talismanic magical objects, evoking help and defense of God, and warding off evil eye. Amulets included written verses of the Quran, which in Islamic belief is God's direct speech, but also words, letters, digits, geometrical drawings, or special shapes. The khamsa, Arabic 5, the use of the 5 fingers of the hand, is an example of a number and sign that is believed by many Middle Easterners of all faiths to possess magical value. Talismanic shirts with verses from the Quran, sometimes the Quran as a whole written on them, were worn as a sort of armor, holding back disease and the evil eye, and protecting from enemies on the battlefield. The importance of the written word in Islam brought about a widespread use of inscriptions, whether in the context of architecture, objects, or jewelry. Following the practice to avoid decorations based on the human figure, the repertoire of Muslim ornamentation cultivated forms and patterns derived from vegetal, animal, geometric, and epigraphic scenes. In other words, leaves and birds, for instance, yes. Inscriptions usually based on religious formulae, yes. Naturalistic renderings of human beings, no. For that purpose, calligraphers invented a variety of scripts, what we call today fonts, both angular and flowing. Some scripts were developed for the practical functions of writing and reading. Other scripts were developed for the purpose of ornamentation. Motifs and patterns of foliage and flora could also be added to further decorate the curvy letters. Follow to a conversation with Dr. Raquel Youkeles, the curator of the Islam and Middle East collection at the National Library in Israel, who will introduce us to other material and aesthetic aspects of Arabic.